attachment with someone without a physical attachment an affair?
I believe that is an affair. If it's anything that you have to hide from your significant other, it's an affair. If you can't tell your significant other what you're doing with this person, it's an affair.
Is emotional attachment with someone without a physical attachment is unfair?
Emotional?
Yes.
Yes.
Why? Why so?
Because you put in time and effort with someone else instead of the person you're married to.
Okay.
Question 2. Is a physical attachment with someone without an emotional attachment an affair?
Yes, it is. You are cheating on your significant other. You are having sex with somebody else. It's cheating. It's an affair.
All right, question 3. What about if there is both a physical and emotional attachment?
If there are both a physical and emotional attachment, that's just considered flat out another relationship. You are currently involved with two people because you are physically and emotionally attached to both of these people. You are cheating because you are in two relationships.
All right, question 4. Would an online relationship with someone be considered an affair? Example, chatting on Facebook or dating sites?
I would consider it an affair because you would have to, I'm assuming, hide it from your significant other because you don't want them to know what you're doing. If you can't be honest with them and tell them your dealings with people, it's an affair.
Is physical attachment with someone without an emotional attachment is affair?
Is it an affair?
Yeah. Do you consider that as an affair? Like physical attachment with someone?
It's just like sexually?
It could be that too.
I don't know. I mean, it's considered cheating, but an affair is something that's prolonged, and it's a long period of time. So, I don't know.
Okay, what if it's both physical and emotional?
Yeah, it's an affair.
Okay. Would an online relationship with someone be considered an affair too? As such as chatting or Facebook or Snapchat the person.
If they talking in the mind state of it, them being in a relationship, it is an affair. If they talking on the level of I love you and all that other stuff, then yeah, chatting on that.
Last question. Would pornography be considered an affair?
I don't think pornography would be considered an affair because you can watch that with your significant other, and that's not something you have to hide from them, and that's something they can partake in with you. So I wouldn't consider pornography an affair.
Pornography, like we're watching porno and stuff.
You're supposed to do that together. It's no fair. You gotta work on that marriage.
Look.
I'm Lisa Birnbach for Howdini.com. Can your marriage survive an affair? What if you don't know about the affair? Secrets aren't always the death knell of a marriage. Esther Perel is with us. She's a marriage and family therapist and the author of the book Mating in Captivity, Unlocking Erotic Intelligence. Repairing the trust after an infidelity, a revealed infidelity. Mm-hmm. I could imagine a lot of couples could get stuck right there.
But a lot of them don't. A lot of them understand that there was a huge disruption and it's painful and it was a tear, and then they mend. And they find the mechanisms that will mend. They learn to reassure each other. They learn to often have conversations that they haven't had. You know, there is a real moment that often happens in my office that is uncanny, where after the revelation of an affair, people start to have conversations with each other that they haven't had in years. And it's painful, and they go 1 minute, I can't without you, don't leave me, and the next minute is get the hell out of here, who are you, I never want to see you again, and there's a myriad of 10 different feelings happening all at the same time. And at the same time, they have not felt as alive with each other. You know, it is not black and white. There are stages to rebuilding the trust. And it may not be the same kind of trust as before. One of the things I often will tell couples is that, you know, at this point in the West, most adults are going to have 2 or 3 committed relationships in their adult life or marriages. Some of them will do it with the same person.
Oh, interesting.
So this marriage that you had may come to an end. The question is, do you actually have enough together that you would like another marriage with that same person? It's going to be the same people, but a very different relationship. And that is another way of looking at what an affair has done. It's like an alarm system. It has shaken everything up. And it can create a destruction, but it can also create a complete new building.
And that new building might work very well.
That new building will be sometimes more sober, a little bit less naive and idealistic, but often more solid, often more solid. The question is to see the couples 5-10 years after an affair, and to see those for whom it actually launched a different edification between them, and those for whom that thing remained, the thing in between that they will never get over.
They will never forgive it. It becomes the defining fact of the coupling, doesn't it?
That's right. That's right. Rather than one of the many crises that a relationship may experience.
How often does the person who is having the affair or has had it understand why he or she has engaged in it?
America very much believes in transparency. It also believes in the need for the revelation of the affair in order to rebuild the intimacy. In other cultures, the idea that you have to reveal it all, that you have to go through all the details, isn't necessarily what is seen as the only way to rebuilding intimacy. Sometimes you rebuild it because you have actually understood, exactly the way you ask, what I was looking for there, what happened to me there, what did I discover about myself there, and what of that can I bring home?
So you might be doing the responsible thing by keeping it to yourself, understanding what you were doing, and moving on.
Yes, and that's a very difficult concept. You know, it's not a simple idea, because you basically are saying that sometimes dissimulation or lying is done for the protection of others. Mm-hmm. Rather than just that, you know, if you really respect the other person, you lay it all out. And these are very different cultural ideas about what is honesty, mm-hmm. what is the importance of facts, you know, what is transparency. In this society, I think that part of what has fueled the notion of affairs and the way that we think about them is that the push for transparency, the mandate to share, the imperative of talking has become so intense that we actually vacillate between transparency and secrecy, mm-hmm. because we have lost the respect for privacy.
So interesting. Esther, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For howdini.com, I'm Lisa Birnbach.